Hendrick Motorsports announces that Kyle Larson will have full sponsorship over the next 2 seasons, and NASCAR silly season rumors are just getting crazy. They're just getting out of hand. Now Kevin Harvick is going to buy JTG Doherty Racing. I'll believe it when I see it. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric and welcome to Out of the Groove. Midweek edition of the show. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Just a couple of topics to hit on today. Before we get to them though, if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any future content. As we're going to talk about today, NASCAR silly season is heating up. The NASCAR playoffs are right around the corner, so there are tons of stories to discuss day in, day out, and we are covering all of them and a whole lot more here at Out of the Groove, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future episodes. Big news today, Hendrick Motorsports announces they have signed Kyle Larson to a 1-year extension. His contract with the team now runs through 2023, so he'll be there for at least 2 more seasons after this year. But in addition to that contract extension announcement, Hendrick Motorsports announced that they have landed full sponsorship for Kyle Larson. Full, F-U-L-L, as in all 36 regular season races plus the couple exhibition races will be filled. Kyle Larson will have a primary sponsor. Money will be flowing in for all races over the next 2 seasons, and that's thanks to HendrickCars.com. Now I know what you're saying, Hendrick Cars, that's just Rick Hendrick. Rick Hendrick's just paying out of pocket, right? That's all that is. And while yes, Rick Hendrick's name is on the business, it's not actually his money. So this is a pretty huge deal for Hendrick Motorsports and Kyle Larson. That's what we're going to talk about here today. Jenna Fryer of the Associated Press did a good article today explaining all of the specifics. Namely, HendrickCars.com will sponsor 35 races in 2022 and 35 races in 2023. The other 3 races, because technically there's 38 on the schedule if you include the All-Star race and the Busch Clash, those other 3 races each of the next 2 years have already been purchased by Valvoline, or else it sounds like Hendrick Cars would have bought those races as well. So Kyle Larson will have a consistent sponsor on the hood throughout next season and the year after, and in fact he's going to have HendrickCars.com on the car for a lot of this year as well. 3 of his technically 5 wins, if you count the All-Star race this year, have come with the blue and red HendrickCars.com colors. But what makes this deal extremely interesting is that they're not just sponsoring Kyle Larson's NASCAR Cup Series endeavors. HendrickCars.com will also be on the front nose of all of Kyle Larson's dirt racing endeavors, and they'll also have their logo on his helmet, his gloves, and his fire suits. So HendrickCars.com is not just investing in Hendrick Motorsports, they are investing in Kyle Larson, the hottest American race car driver in the country at the moment. Second in the NASCAR point standings, but leading the series in wins, fresh off his 2nd straight NASCAR All-Star race win, countless dirt wins the last couple of years, including the most recent Chili Bowl Nationals. This is a major investment from a major company into Kyle Larson, the race car driver. And that's pretty cool. We'll talk more about what that means in a moment, but some more specifics. Like I said earlier, while this is, HendrickCars.com, the Hendrick Automotive Group, this is not Rick Hendrick's money. The money for this sponsorship is coming from the Hendrick Automotive Group's marketing budget, so it is not coming out of Rick Hendrick's pocket, so to speak. Rick Hendrick actually told the Associated Press that he had conversations going with other companies, but that when the Hendrick Automotive Group stepped up and said they wanted the spots, Rick Hendrick sold them all of the inventory. Here's what he told the Associated Press. This is from that article. Hendrick told AP his marketing team at Hendrick Motorsports was actively selling Larson's sponsorship and had offers, but the team owner halted all conversations when his automotive group said it wanted the ad space. I bumped it up about 20% once automotive committed, Hendrick said. We had one deal for the whole thing, so I made them step up and at least match the offer, and they did. They want as much as they can get. So Hendrick saying right there that they had an offer from another company for all of Kyle Larson's inventory, but once the Hendrick Automotive Group was able to match their offer, Rick Hendrick went with them. There were a lot of interesting quotes from that article. I'll put the link down in the description from people within Hendrick talking about how much of a morale booster it was for people in the company to see their car, their driver running up front every week, and in a lot of ways that's where some of the value came from. I don't know, I thought it was really interesting. Bob Pockers from Fox Sports tweeted some numbers out as well. He says, according to Hendrick, his automotive website has seen increases in overall traffic, up 27%, vehicle sales leads, up 18%, digital retail leads, up 37%, and trade evaluations, up 61% since starting to sponsor Kyle Larson. So assuming those numbers are accurate, that's also a pretty big deal, that a major company is at least in their eyes, seeing a clear benefit from sponsoring a major NASCAR driver and NASCAR team. Kyle Larson in that AP article said that he wants to retire with Hendrick Motorsports, so a lot of good things happening over there. It's important to take a step back and understand, though, that this is really only a one-year extension. Kyle Larson is currently only signed through 2023, but he will have full sponsorship over these next 2 seasons. He joins Alex Bowman at Hendrick Motorsports, who's also signed on through 2023 with Ally committed as full sponsor. Both Chase Elliott and William Byron, it's believed their contracts run through 2022, but Rick Hendrick said today, here's a tweet from Kelly Crandall. Hendrick was asked about extensions for Elliott and Byron, and he said, absolutely. My plan is for Chase and William to retire with us, so that's an ongoing situation with me. I love the lineup right now, and I want to keep the band together. So Hendrick Motorsports, currently having an incredibly successful season in the NASCAR Cup Series, sounds pretty close to positioning themselves for long-term success. If they can get Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowen, if they can get those guys locked in for several years, for many years, man, that is a dream team in the making right there. I mean, Kyle Larson is the oldest driver on the team at 28 years old. He'll be 29 later this month, but still, not even 30 yet. He's got many years of winning ahead of him. And speaking of winning, that's my big takeaway from this whole thing. You know, it's cool to see, Hendrick, Cars.com saying, oh, we've seen an uptick in traffic, our sponsorship has been worth it. It's cool to see them stepping up in a big way just to support Hendrick Motorsports, support a major NASCAR team. It's great in all those ways, of course, but at the core of the news today is that a major sponsor is rewarding a NASCAR driver for his on-track success. Kyle Larson off the track is not the most marketable driver in NASCAR. I mean, when you search up Kyle Larson, many headlines or articles still lead with the driver who was suspended a year ago for using a racial slur. That still is very much a part of his image, albeit being pushed more and more towards the background with each win and each week. So Kyle Larson off the track still has things to overcome. But on the track this year, you can't deny he has been tremendous. This Kyle Larson Hendrick Motorsports pairing really could not have gotten off to a better start on the racetrack. And so what this announcement says to me is that the days of rewarding talented race car drivers purely for being talented on the racetrack are not numbered just yet. We get jaded year in, year out, and this has been going on for decades, but it feels like it goes on even more so today. We've become jaded by drivers in the NASCAR Cup, Xfinity Track, all sorts of levels of motorsport, landing rides, not necessarily because they're the most talented guy for the job, but because they bring some sort of funding. A family company, a family sponsor, a long-time relationship, feeding the team millions of dollars to put that driver in the seat. We see it in NASCAR, we see it in IndyCar, we see it in Formula One. It's not unique to NASCAR by any means, but it's certainly something that leaves a bad taste in fans' mouths. We all want to see the most talented athletes rewarded for being the most talented athletes. In this case today, this announcement regarding Kyle Larson and Hendrick Motorsports is a perfect example of that. Again, Larson does not have a whole lot to offer off the track right now to a nationwide company. I think there is still some corporate hesitancy there, but his results on the track have been so good. He's gotten HendrickCars.com, Valvoline, Nations Car, he's gotten those brands in front of so many more eyes by winning races, by being successful, that it's outweighed the potential off the track drama. So today's announcement to me is proof that great drivers will still be rewarded mainly for being great drivers. So I think that's a good thing. That's something I think many fans ask for, and it's cool to see it happen. It's cool to see that in action like we saw here today. That's my takeaway from today's news. Let me know what you guys think about Kyle Larson and HendrickCars.com teaming up for the foreseeable future. Pretty big news coming out of Hendrick Motorsports today. Now, real quick, we gotta talk about some rumors. NASCAR silly season's getting crazy. I don't know where some of these rumors originated, but they've been flowing all across social media. I've heard them off social media even recently. I'm not gonna talk too much about the Matt DiBenedetto rumors. There's rumors going around that DiBenedetto is out from the Wood brothers, but we're going to save that for a later video, I think. Today I want to briefly address some rumors that have gained a lot of traction in the last couple nights. I know rumors have been flowing everywhere, not just silly season, just rumors period, are running rampant across NASCAR social media these days. So take everything I'm saying here with a grain of salt. I don't know if I believe these rumors yet because I have not yet heard any of these rumors from a super reliable source. I've heard some reliable sources say that, oh yeah, I've heard that's a rumor, but I've not heard from any reliable source that, yes, this is likely going to happen or anything like that. But I'm going to briefly mention them anyways. The latest rumors are that Kevin Harvick, who has a deal with Stewart-Haas Racing for the next few seasons, may retire at the end of this season and may simultaneously purchase JTG Doherty Racing. I know, fitting that I would move my Ricky Stenhouse Sunny D bumper into the studio the same day these JTG Doherty, Kevin Harvick rumors start to run rampant. Again, I don't know if there's any truth to these things. Nothing surprises me at this point. You know, Trackhouse buying out Chip Ganassi Racing, nobody saw that coming. All bets are off at this point. It sounds far-fetched, but I will at least give the rumor this credit. You know, Kevin Harvick used to own, Truck Xfinity Series team Kevin Harvick Incorporated, KHI. He still runs KHI Management. Kevin Harvick's management team represents some pretty big name athletes, namely several NASCAR drivers, namely the two current JTG Doherty drivers. Both Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ryan Preece are represented by Kevin Harvick's management group. So there are already some natural business ties there. I think if Harvick, buys JTG Doherty, they only have one charter, so you'd only be buying one charter. I don't know if they'd run two cars next year, so he might have to pick Preece or Stenhouse. There's rumors that Preece could go other places as well. Who really knows? But I do think that is one detail that's giving these rumors a little more weight, a little bit of legitimacy. But we'll wait and see. We'll see what comes out of this. I just want to mention that these rumors are out there. You've probably seen them. Many of you have asked me about them. I don't really know anything about these rumors that you all probably don't know. We've all seen Reddit, we've all seen Twitter, we've all seen the rumors spread across social media. That's really the only information I have to go off of. I can confirm that these rumors of Harvick potentially buying JTG, they have been around for a couple of months. I first heard a little something about it like 2 months ago or something. It may have been around longer than that. Again, I've never really taken them that seriously, but this NASCAR silly season, this whole NASCAR season, bridging the gap into 2022 is so wild, so unpredictable that nothing surprises me at this point. So just wait and see what happens there. We'll talk about these rumors as they become more and more prevalent. I'm sure they will. Another good reason you should subscribe to the channel so you can stay on top of all the rumblings as we find out about them here on Out of the Groove. But that's all I've got for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, a huge thank you to my amazing Patreon supporters. I couldn't do the show without your tremendous support each and every month. I greatly appreciate it. More to come later this week. New Hampshire, the Magic Mile is this weekend. We have a couple weeks off for the Olympics, but Out of the Groove will not be slowing down, I assure you. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you again later this week. Have a great rest of your day.